everyone, this is Sarah from Detecting SaGa. Today I'm on a permission where I'm hopeful to find old relics or coins. Got my Minelab Equinox in the back behind me there, and I'm ready to go. As soon as I got out to the site, I realized I forgot my tripod. Recently I actually got all the way out to the site and forgot my detector. But I brought snacks, so that's really important. Thank God for the snacks. I might not make it an hour without snacks. Yeah, don't need a detector, don't need a tripod to film. I'm fine. Because I forgot my tripod today, I decided to go over some of the things that I usually like to bring on each of my hunts. Of course, I've got my detector there. It's a Minelab Equinox 800. It's been fantastic. I love it. I also usually bring a shovel. It's pretty small, but does the job. It's what I use to dig a plug. I first started out by using this hand tool to dig the plug, and whoa, definitely get yourself a bigger shovel to do that work. I have a pair of leather gloves here that I've been using for years, even before detecting. They've held up really well. I'm very happy with that. Of course, I've got my hand tool, my hand trowel there to dig. I have my pinpointer. I always bring a toothbrush and then a spray bottle of filtered water. I actually had someone ask me on one of the videos what I used to spray and clean the things that I find when I am on a site, and it really is just filtered water. That way, you know, you're not putting anything harmful on the item itself, and you can take it home and clean it further, but filtered water is going to be the safest. I just reused that bottle. I emptied it out and reused the bottle, have filtered water in it now. All right, let's get started. So because I have my earphones in, you're not going to be able to hear this target, but this is pretty strong. 28, 29, 30 mostly. Repeating. Really strong signal. I'm going to pinpoint and I'll dig, and I'll try my best to show you what I find. All right, bear with me as I film this one-handed here. I managed to dig the plug and figure out that the target is in the plug and not actually in the hole. So I'm just going to work now to try to figure out where it is, and I think feels like it's about right there. Let's see. Now usually I would assume that this is okay. I was just about to say a quarter, and I think that's what it is, but let's see. Boy, I think it's a quarter, but you know what? I am gonna clean it up a little bit more off camera, and I'll confirm what it is. So today, I think the score is 1 for genius, because I decided to set my camera up on my detector, which is acting like a tripod. So although I forgot the tripod, I'm calling myself a genius now. All right, so because I really wanted to clean this up on camera. I don't know what this is going to be. Like I said, it's likely a quarter, but yeah, I see Washington there. But let's see. At least I think. Yeah, and an eagle back. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I'm okay with that. But that's usually how I do it. Just a little spritz and then gently brush. These brushes are also soft bristled, so nothing too harsh. Trying to see if I can get a date. Because it came out of the ground looking like that instead of no patina on it. I'm assuming it's just clad. When it's a silver quarter, boy, that just pops. And it wouldn't have this patina on it. Let's see. All right, 1977, y'all. Okay, different target here. This one was kind of strange. It was mostly going from 23 to 27 and no real numbers in between. I've said in a previous video that I have dug a silver ring, and that rang up right at 27, and that was very, very consistent. I saw 27, I'm gonna dig it. Probably not a silver ring, but I always want to try to dig those no matter what. So here we go. Okay, getting something here. What's that? Rock. But there's something down in here. So I'm gonna pull this back, pull this dirt out. Okay. Nope, still there. Still there. So I might need to do a little more digging. And this is when I'll get my hand tool out. Okay, my pinpointer, I turned it to the lowest sensitivity. So, and I can I'm still getting something right here. So let's see, let me try to push that back a little bit, maybe. Okay. Hard to say what this is gonna be, 23 to 27? I mean, I don't know. Okay, I got it. Well, hello, scrap. Okay. Not what I would have wanted, but you know, it's all right. Moving on. Of course, I'm gonna clean up the hole. I already started putting the dirt that I had out, putting it in, just picking up, you know, that rock that I threw out, and then cleaning up the dirt, a little bit, big bits in there, pressing that back, and then taking the plug, pushing it down, you know, either with you can use your hands, or you can stand and press down with your feet. Obviously, your whole body weight will be better than your hands, but you know, you can also try with your hands, and then it should look like you were never there. This one was jumping between 23 to 31. So because it wasn't repeating, just, you know, consistent numbers, it's likely just a piece of scrap metal, but I've dug it. Let's see what it is. Turn up my sensitivity a little bit. Anything? Okay. Okay, I'm getting something over here. Okay. Let me dig there a little bit. Now, my sensitivity was all the way up, so it's probably deeper, but we'll see. The soil is still pretty soft, so that's really nice. Yep, okay, still feel it in there. right, I'm gonna dig for a bit and get back to you. Sometimes when you pinpoint, at least for me, I don't get it quite right. I need to work on that a little bit, but I dug the plug, and if you can see, I realized it was off to the side a little bit. So I ended up taking just a little chunk off the side there and just setting it to the side. I checked to make sure if there was anything in that bit of clump of dirt there. There isn't. So then I started going along this side. I still feel it. So we're just gonna kind of work our way down. I still feel it. I'm on the lowest sensitivity possible, so I know there's something in here. The way my pinpointer is going off, to me, it's indicating that it's a bit bigger. It's not just like coin sized. You know, if it were coin sized, I'd feel it right in this spot. Whereas like this, I feel all the way along here. So it's probably something bigger. And I do see something down in there. Let's see what it is. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, it's way under here. Hey. Okay. It's just it's an iron relic, I think. Who knows what this was used for? It's got an interesting shape to it here. Hopefully you can see that. Interesting shape here. So I really don't know if anybody has any clue what this could have been used for at some point. Let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. Otherwise, you know, it's just an ancient relic, potentially an iron relic. I could take this home and clean it up. We'll see. Different plug now. I was getting around 20 to 23. I have my detector on 10 kilohertz. Someone recently mowed, which is awesome because the higher the grass, I mean, you're gonna have to work through that with your detector, and the further away from the targets you are. So shorter grass obviously helps. 10 kilohertz, I believe, runs longer frequency waves. If I'm wrong about that, if it's reverse, I will correct myself. But the longer the waves, I think the deeper you can go with the target. So the 800 does 4 kilohertz, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, and then multi-frequency. So I'm on 10 because I'm thinking I want to try to get deeper targets if possible. So 20 to 23. I'm just gonna use my pinpointer now. I'm gonna turn up my sensitivity a little bit. Yep, definitely feel something. There's also a walnut that I don't need. Scoop out this dirt, see if it's in there. Check it here. Nope, still, nope. I think maybe I do have it out. Let's see. No, I must have been picking up my shovel or something. Let's see. It's still down in the hole. Although, I'm gonna double check the plug here. Just run it over. I'm not getting anything there. I turned my sensitivity all the way up. So I'm thinking it is in the hole here. Yeah, right about there. Oh, mercy. I gotta stop going for the targets that are jumping all around. I mean, it's just junk. Probably aluminum, I'm guessing. I think what I'm gonna do, since I don't have my tripod, I am gonna detect and dig for a little bit. If I happen to hit a really good signal, I'll bring the camera back out. But I'm going to detect, dig for a little bit, and of course I will give you a wrap up at the end. I think I'll also be back at this site, maybe potentially for a part 2. We'll see. Because I forgot my tripod, it's just making it a little harder for me to detect. So maybe a part 2 coming soon. I've got a repeating 23 here. Let me shake the dirt out of my gloves a second. Repeating 23, and I went over it with the detector, and it seems to be right in here. Yep. Let's see. Turn the pinpointer on. Yep, got something right here. Nope. And the 23 was repeating, so it could just be a penny, but we'll see. I'm just gonna take out clods here and just sort of run my pinpointer over them. Yeah, still got it in here. Maybe it's more up here. Oh, right about in there, I think. Oh, okay. All right. What do we got? Oh. Oh. Hey. What is that? What is that? Let's see. If this worries you, just look away. I'll try to be real careful here. Maybe what I'll do is grab my toothbrush, just sort of use the end to scoop out the dirt. When I first saw it, I thought I saw this part right here. It just looked like a nut. But it's more than that. Gosh. So this could just be what it is. I mean, meaning it has nothing on it written. But instead of spending time washing it here, I think what I'll do is take it home and get it in some water and see if I can get some of that dirt off to see if there's any kind of writing on it. Yeah, that's neat. I'm excited about that one. I spared you a little bit of digging on this next target. I think it's going to be pretty deep though. And this one was 23 to 27, so not really repeating, but it was strong enough that I want to see what it is. Yeah, and I'm pinpointing it right about here. Definitely was not in the plug, down in the hole. So this one's getting pretty deep. If it really, let's see what it turns out to be. It's possible that it's bigger. Yep. I'm gonna actually change the function here. Now you can hear that. If you ever are wondering if your pinpointer's on, I always tend to point it at my watch because it's the easiest thing I have right next to me. But I will turn that on so that y'all can hear that. So it's right. You can hear the slower beeps, and then when you hear that faster beeping, it means you're directly on that target. So let's see. Okay, that's just my shovel. Shush. All right, I'm gonna turn down the sensitivity though. All right, I'm on the lowest sensitivity, so we're getting fairly deep. Obviously, the higher the sensitivity, the deeper it can pinpoint. The lower the sensitivity, the more shallow you're gonna be able to pinpoint. But I'm on my lowest sensitivity and I'm getting the target now. So that tells me I'm pretty close. Okay. I may have just scooped it out, who knows? Nope. All right, let me dig a little bit yet and I'll get back to you. Okay, everyone. I think I found it, and this is not an ancient relic. And in fact, the fact that it is that deep means I need to move away from this area, because I think I've spotted, let me bring you along here. I think I've spotted a can down there. I'm gonna pull it out and then we'll see. Okay, the unveiling, let's see here. Just in case, I'm gonna try to be careful, but because I mean, the likelihood of this being old is probably pretty slim, but I'm still gonna be careful. Okay, I'm just sort of pecking around at the sides, trying to loosen up the dirt a little bit around the object, so that kind of, wow, okay. Boy, that's going a lot deeper than I thought. I can see some coloring on it. So again, that's okay. Stop. Probably not pretty old. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of wiggle it a little bit. That loosened it a little bit, but I'll dig a little bit more, get some of this dirt out as well. Good Lord. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Whew. Yikes. All that digging for a piece of tin. You can see a little bit of red color there. Boy. I mean, anything like this, I still assess everything that I take. I try to clean stuff up, see if it has anything on it. I'm not seeing anything coming out right away, so I think we're just going to move forward. 27-ish. Not super strong. We're just going to pick up that grub and put it to the side. And turn my lowest sensitivity, so probably pretty close to it. Let me actually just scoop some of this out. All right, so still down in there. Just rocks that you're hearing me scrape on, at least I hope. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that because of this blade of grass there, but right there is something, probably another piece of iron. I'm just gonna loosen the dirt underneath, and then I'm gonna loosen a little bit on top. Try to stay away from it. You know what? I think that might be a rock. No, wait. No, it's not. I think that's dirt underneath. Yeah, that's all that is. It started looking like a rock. Boy, that's... I think it likely is like that other piece of iron that we found a little bit earlier. Oh, that's not coming loose at all. Okay, I managed to loosen it. Let me pull it out for you. Put my glove back on. Huh. Okay, obviously a piece of iron. I'm still working on how to block out the iron. I am not in all metal mode, excuse me. So I would think that I would be able to discriminate that, but I'm still learning. I've only been at this for about a year, so I'm still trying to figure things out. I am no expert by any means. This is obviously maybe a sign of some sort or something. Yeah, there's another hole there. Okay. So you can see the 4 holes, so it probably was on something, maybe a sign. I have no idea. I use this product called Evapo-Rust, and I can set that down in Evapo-Rust, and it should eat away at a lot of the rust that's built up. It's pretty far gone though, so I'm not sure that I could get much out of it. But I do use that product, and it has helped me to clean up various items that I've found. Heading home. I think I will make a second part to this video. I think I'll also make a video of all of the finds I've had so far, just over the last year. I think the videos are making it look like all I pull is junk, but I definitely have had some very good finds, a lot of fun as well. So I'll make a video like that showing you all what I have found in the past. And for now I'm going to wrap up today, but I'll be back later. There you are, old friend.